Hello YouTube, what is going on? It is Stoner Plays. Let me back up for a minute so I don't sound too loud. So how's everybody doing? Hello Battlefront fans, what is going on? True Battlefront fans, not you guys who just saw this new game and you're like, I'm sold. Battlefront fans who played 1 and 2, how are you doing? I saw the E3 trailer. I've seen it, and wow, it's everything that I knew it would be. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I spazzed out when I first saw it. When I first saw the full trailer, and I was like, holy shit, this shit looks mind-blowing. Then I saw it again and again and started realizing, man, this game is going to fail. Now listen to me. I'm not saying it's going to fail as in it's going to sell bad or people are going to hate it. No. I'm saying for the hardcore Battlefront fans, this game is not for you. Now you can buy it. Go ahead. I'm not, like you will, of course, no matter what anyone says, no matter what I say, no matter what anybody says, you will buy this. A lot of you will buy this, and that's fine. Your death wish, like I've said before. So what I'm trying to say now is, this particular video game, if you played Battlefront 1 and 2, if you enjoyed the hell out of those amazing games, this game will disappoint you. You understand? If you played the hell out of Battlefront 2 especially, this game will ultimately, after about 3 months you playing it, after the hype will die down, you will be disappointed. This game, a lot of new information has been brought to the spotlight, to the green light, to the limelight, if you will. There's a lot more stuff that they are putting in the game. No, not a lot more. So, let me tell you what they're trading, okay? They're trading away Instant Action, Galactic Conquest, prequel-era content, 32v32, multiple planets, and a whole lot of vehicles, a whole lot of heroes and villains and content. Now they're trading all this away for the following: battle mode or head battles. It's this mode where you and a friend can go head to head with bots. Now, this doesn't make any sense. They did not explain very well. You and your friend go head to head with bots. I don't understand what you mean. Do you mean you and your friend are split screen like instant action bots? Or do you mean you go against another friend with a team of bots? Because that's what they made it sound like. Like in Ghost, you can do the exact same thing. And I thought to myself, this is a fucking pointless ass feature that nobody asked for. But, let's hope that that was actually instant action, okay? I could be wrong, but yeah. They also are saying that the game will actually launch with 6 planets because there's a DLC. The first one's free. Whoop-de-fucking-do. It's only slightly above the bare minimum. You do realize this, right? So there's actually 12. Since there's only 12 maps at first, the DLC will give you 2 more. Yay. The game, Battlefront 2 had 33 maps. Battlefront fucking 1 had 24 maps. It just doesn't make any sense that you're launching a game that has less content. Alright, so let me just explain to all you Battlefront fans out there that like this game. And I don't consider you hardcore, or else you wouldn't really like this game. I'm sorry. If you're a hardcore fan, you see through the bullshit. If you're not a hardcore fan, you're just letting the hype get in the way of the truth. And I'm sick of people letting this get in the way of what the truth is. The truth about a lot of these new games, the truth about what's really going on. You guys are just not paying attention to the evidence, not paying attention to what the DICE employees are saying, not paying attention to EA's money-hungry, greedy habits. And even though some of you are paying attention, you're willing to move past that for this one game, thinking that they're going to change their ways for this one motherfucking game. This is the biggest franchise they've ever got their hands on. Do you really think they're going to change, especially with all that fucking money on the line? No! I digress. So this new Battlefront game is launching with less content than Battlefront 1 and 2. You're launching a Battlefront game with a third of the content that Battlefront 2 had. Then you're launching this game with a fourth of the content that Battlefront 1 had. So, with only 6 planets, 14 maps, yay, slightly above the bare minimum, I might add, and with only 20v20 with no bots, and there's also a survival mode, you know, and let me get into that right now, that survival mode, you know, and no prequel content, and just no galactic conquest or instant action. It's a deal breaker for me. I don't know about you guys. Let me get into the survival mode. How many shooters have you seen have a fucking survival mode? Modern Warfare fucking 2, MW3, every fucking Call of Duty, Zombies, Resident Evil, this, that, Evil Dead, Dead Within, Evil Within, blah, blah, blah. Every first-person shooter has a survival mode. Every motherfucking game out there that has first-person shooter genre in it, even fucking Uncharted, every fucking game these days has a survival mode. So the one franchise that's supposed to be unique and different from all those other shooters finally gets released, and guess what? It has a survival mode. Is anybody else getting sick of the survival mode genre, the subgenre being put in every freaking shooter out there? We don't need another survival mode. We don't need the same shit that every motherfucking shitty first-person shooter has. Okay? This is the reason Call of Duty's dying now. It's finally dying. Oh my god, I can't tell you how happy I am. Finally, that shit is going to die. If Black Ops 3 fails, that's it. That is it. This is their last chance. If Black Ops 3 fails, because it's worse than that division is letting on, you understand? This is their final chance. If BO3 fails, it's over. And from the looks of it, it just looks like Advanced Titanfall Ops 2. So, with that being said, this brand new Star Wars Battlefront is supposed to be competing with motherfucking Call of Duty and Destiny and this, that, and the third. How? How are you going to compete with those games when you barely have any content in your game? Let me explain to you guys that are still on the notion that, oh, because I already know you're going to dislike my video and hate me. Go ahead, do that shit. Get that shit over with now. Dislike my video and hate on me for speaking my mind. Alright? Get that shit over with. If you want to listen, though, if you want to actually hear what I have to say, I really appreciate it. But just hear me out, okay? Alright. So, they already have 5 expansions planned, just like Battlefield, okay? 5 motherfucking expansions, okay? You already have 5 DLCs planned for a game that hasn't even come out yet. They planned this before they even showed us gameplay. Why are you planning DLC when you can just put that into the game? All that stuff you're going to put in DLC, you can just put that into the game and then sell us DLC. If you had instant action, galactic conquest, prequel era content, 32v32, mod support, yeah, there's no mod support, everybody, and more planets and maps, I would buy your DLC. I would buy your DLC because that's adding content then. But since there's no fucking content in the games that came out before this one, including Renegade Squadron, even that game has a wealth more content than this. Not a whole lot more, but it still has more than this, and that's a PSP game. You know, and I know in Elite Squadron you can go into, or one of those, you can go up into space. From ground to space. I mean ground to space battles. It doesn't make sense that you didn't add this. That's another thing. It doesn't make sense that you said, oh, well, it's about the infantry combat and we want to make sure we get that right. What are you talking about? That's an excuse. Because you want to know why that's an excuse? Free Radicals Battlefront 3, if you guys don't know, just type it in. You know, Battlefront 3 leaked gameplay. I've said this before. Type it in on the YouTube. Watch it. That was their first time ever making a Battlefront game. And they could do it, okay? They could do it. Ground to space battles. They could do it on campaign and multiplayer. Oh my god. I almost just choked from that sheer stupidity just now. Sorry about that. Sorry. Had to cough. the stupidness out of my mouth, okay? That is fucking ridiculous. You cannot tell me, you can't justify that shit. You can't say that not adding space battles is, oh, that's okay. It was in Battlefront 2 and you have to put it in this one. Even if you separate it from the main battle going on. I digress. And prequel era content, slicing the whole saga in half. You know, and I've said this before, but, you know, that it's still the same game, you understand? Just because they show gameplay, it's still the stripped-down video game that it always was. And AT-ATs move on their own. You don't have control over AT-ATs. The maps are smaller. They're crunched together, like Hoth, smaller. All the maps are tiny. The gameplay that you're looking at is Star Wars Battlefront 2. And this game, as you can see from the gameplay alone, it's got a lot of scale, doesn't it? It's got a lot of fucking people, right? Right? Battlefront, the new EA Battlefront, DICE's Battlefront, made it look like it had a lot of scale. Made it look like it had a lot of shit going on, but it really didn't. It's shrunken down. If you buy this game as a Battlefront fan, you're going to be playing a small-scale version of Battlefront 1. Not even Battlefront 2, no, Battlefront 1. Understand? Yeah, that's great. You get to play as heroes. You couldn't do that in Battlefront 1. You can do it in 2. Everything that you can do in 2, you can barely do in this game, except for the hero part. And it doesn't even have heroes and villains mode. Remember that badass mode that you had to actually dig deep to find because Battlefront 2 had so much content, especially the Ultimate Pack. And to be honest, if you launched as much content as the Ultimate Pack, that would have been the real Battlefront 3, because that Battlefront 3 Free Radical was making was going to be the real fucking deal. It had the full package and then some. Okay, you're supposed to be moving the series forward, not holding it back. You're supposed to be taking us into space, not leaving us on the fucking ground like Battlefield. And look, at the very beginning of the game, it looked just like Battlefield fucking 4. What the fuck did I tell you? Okay, I knew it. And those of you that are saying, oh, Battlefront copied from the Battlefield series anyway, shut the fuck up. Because they took the Battlefield formula and modified it and made it way better, way different, and how many people do you see playing Battlefront 2 compared to 1942 Battlefield? How many people? More people fucking have always played Battlefront games over Battlefield, so clearly there's a fucking difference. So you can shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Get that bullshit out of my fucking face. I don't ever want to hear that shit. If you put that in the comment section, I'm just going, no, I'm not even going to delete it. I'm going to just debate with you, and I'm going to shut your ass down. That fucking argument is not valid. Another argument that you little fanboys like to get out is, well, Space Battles was terrible. Fuck you. That's your opinion. We wanted Space Battles. We deserve it. We're Battlefront fans. So you can shut that bullshit up. And the next argument that I can't stand more than anything, okay, is that, oh, well, you guys, sorry. It's the oldest argument in the fucking book. It's the argument that I keep hearing. I played Battlefront 1 and 2, and I think this game's going to be great. You guys that claim that you played Battlefront 1 and 2 did not. Because if you played it, you would not be surprised by the gameplay that we saw. I saw it, and I was like, meh. You know, it's exactly what I expected it. Now, at first, I did spaz out. I had to calm down and rewatch both of them, and I realized. And as I kept rewatching, I got more and more depressed each time I rewatched it, because I realized that they just stripped my game down so much. And the only thing that looks good about it, if you really think about it closely, the only thing that really looks so fucking good about it is its sound, tech design, and graphics. That's all that sells these days. That's it. That's all that freaking sells. That's it. Nothing but those three things. Sound, tech design, graphics. Graphics, motherfucking graphics. That's it. Strip away the graphics. What if the game looked like, like Battlefield 3? No. What if the game looked like freaking Battlefront 2? Okay, what if it had those graphics? You think that game would have sold? You think all those people would have liked that video? I mean, my God, guys, it's not about the sound. Even though it sounds more like Star Wars than any game that's come before it, it's not about the graphics. Even though this is probably the best graphics you'll ever see in a game. Probably, maybe. It's not about that, guys. I keep telling you, it's about the story, gameplay, and content. And that's my final thing. I'm sorry, this video's gone. Oh, excuse me, just had to burp out the last remains, the little bit of remains of humanity I had left in the bowels of my stomach. Yes. So, it's not about that. And this is the final part of my rant, because this, you know, the one time where you don't have just this generic military shitty-ass campaign with, xenophobia and the fucking terrorists in China and Russia. The one time where you get a franchise that has a whole lot of lore, a whole lot, from the prequels and from the original trilogy. Some of the best lore ever made, and LucasArts has it all at their disposal. All of it. And the one time you could have made all that over-the-top shit make sense in a Star Wars universe. All that crazy story shit, all that unbelievable shit works. All of it works. And you decide to cut it. But when Battlefield fucking 3 and 4 came, and nobody cared about the campaign, everybody said, fuck the campaign, don't make one. Nobody even thought about it. You know, because Bad Company 2's campaign was great and no one could have topped it. And look, you failed. You couldn't top it. And you made these shitty-ass campaigns anyway. But when we asked for a campaign, we were expecting some type of cool, badass campaign. You shut it down. Everything we loved about the previous games, you shut it down. Everything that we asked for, you shut it down. Everything that the hardcore Battlefront fans suggested to push the series forward, you shut it down. And you people who defend it have the nerve to defend it when you don't even realize that the game barely has anything. There's no redeeming values. This game is nothing. There's nothing. Survival mode. Fuck me dry. There's nothing. There's just nothing. There's nothing that this game has that other shooters fucking don't. There's just nothing. Nothing at all. The game is a big fucking blah. Okay, it's gonna start off popular. The beta's gonna be huge, and the game, when it finally releases, since the movie's gonna release, this is going to be huge. Understand? This is going to be all over everything. People are going to be praising this game. It just might garner critical acclaim. And I don't give a fuck. Because I don't care if this game gets a 90, an 80, which I think it'll get at least an 85 or an 86, maybe even an 89. I don't think it's going to hit the 90s mark. But if it does, oh, you know they paid them off. I don't care how critically acclaimed it gets. I don't care if it wins Game of the Year. If I buy that game, I'm supporting the problem. Okay, I'm not saying if you guys buy it, you are, but that's how I feel of myself personally. I'm not going to hate on you guys for buying the game. Okay, I'm not going to do that. You can go ahead and buy the game and support all that shit, but I'm not doing it. Because the only way to save this game is to keep your money in your fucking pocket. If you don't buy the game, they'll have no choice but to give you everything you asked for. But you won't do that. And that's fine. I will. I'm not buying nothing from EA. I wanted to give them a chance. This was their last chance. And I saw it, and that was a fail. Absolute fail. Before the game even came out, I already know. And that annoying argument, the game hasn't come out. Okay, first it was they haven't shown gameplay yet. Okay, it's shown gameplay and there's haters are still hating. Well, the game hasn't come out yet. Watch when the game comes out. They're going to be like, well, the DLC and patches haven't fucking come out. Bullshit! They're going to keep finding anything to defend this game. And that's all it is. They're never going to see from our point of view. They don't give a fuck. They just want a Star Wars game. That's all they care about, and I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. The lack of content in games. Next gen being the same as last gen except slightly modified. I should have fucking known before I got a PS4 that all those games would be boring, and they're all collecting dust as we speak. I'm done with that shit. I'm done with you, EA. No more. Battlefield 5 can suck this big, juicy ass dick because I'm not buying any more EA DICE merchandise ever again. And Activision, you get your shit together with fucking Black Ops 3 and start listening to the community because that game looks like... Anyways, another rant for another time, I presume. Thank you for listening. I'm so sorry, guys. You Battlefront fans that aren't saying these things, that just want a game. You're just excited. I understand. I do. I'm just speaking to those fucking people who fucking try to argue with us for hating it. Like, bitch, we played the original. We have every right to hate the new one. You have no right to get on us for having a fucking opinion. But anyways, if you like this game, enjoy yourself. I'm just not going to be a part of it. That's all I'm saying. You can have fun. I'm not supporting it, though. I'm sorry. I just don't want to support them anymore. I'm done. I know a couple of people canceled their pre-orders because of my other video. Thank you. Okay, yeah, but anyways, thank you so much for hearing what I had to say. If you disagree with me, go ahead and leave that dislike like I know you will, and it's okay. It's all good. But if you agree with me, go ahead and hit that like button to show that you agree with me. Because it means so much to me when you guys like my videos and you guys support me. It means so much. And I barely get support. Look at me. Well, 48 subscribers. I love that stuff, dude. I don't do this for the motherfucking views, man. I just want to hear what other people have to say. I love talking to the good people in the gaming community. Okay, to the gaming community, the people who actually want to listen, who agree with me, who understand where I'm coming from. That's all I want to hear. I want you to comment. I want you to speak to me. I will always reply. Respond to all of them. Not as many as I can. No, every single comment. I respond to everyone. You know what I'm saying? That's who I am. Okay, and even if you're the only one commenting, I'm gonna respond. Even if you're the only one, even if you're the first, please don't just sit there and say something. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you. Sorry it went on so long. Stoner Plays out. I really appreciate it. Thank you.